Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Vivalayoshii, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at LifeWithSymone, and my business page at Brishari because we dropped on V-Day, and I'm super excited about that. Y'all, I don't know, I'm just like, I was sitting here for a cool minute because I swear, when I'm not recording, my neighbor dog is mute. I swear I think my neighbor pinched her dog when I start recording. She pinches her dog. It's the only way. Because yo, it's 10:42. It's 10:42. And I just had recorded a different video. Story time. If you haven't watched that on Valentine's Day, go watch it. But she pinching her dog. She doing it. Y'all. But anyway, this is a Subbie Sunday. I'm recording it super early. This is literally February 13th. Wish this woman would stop pinching her damn dog. But yeah, we back on Subbie Sunday. And y'all remember the story that we did on the last time I did Subbie Sunday when she had maced old dude? Yes, she came through with part 2 real quick. So we about to start this Subbie Sunday off with the part 2 of that. So it started off. So boom, I started driving towards Keisha's dorm while he was bitching in my passenger seat. Some things I forgot to mention previously was 1, the picture Keisha posted was featured in her May recap. This story takes place in June. That means the picture was taken while me and him was still dating. Secondly, the East dorms was somewhere he asked me to drop him off quite frequently. He claimed that his homie stayed there. Whole time I was probably dropping my ninja off to go drop off some D to the next bitch, laughing my ass off. Oh, but back to the story. When we got to Keisha's dorm, I told him to tell her to come outside. I already tried to text her myself twice and she wouldn't respond to me for shit. He said my homie stays here. What the fuck? He must have thought I had rocks for brains. I told him tell Keisha to come out. This is where she stay too. He calls his homie to come downstairs. Dude comes out in his night clothes with a bowl of cereal or some shit looking confused. Pisces decided to fake calm down and start dissing me to this random ass homie. I've never seen this ninja before. I started laughing because this was the funniest shit I've ever seen. I told him again to tell Keisha to come the fuck down. His homie leaves and go back inside. Like, why did this lame ass ninja even call that man down here in the first place? Pisces continues to tell me that I look dumb as fuck, and I told him that I don't give a fuck what he was talking about. Call Keisha. He calls her and he tells me to be quiet. This is stupid as fuck. Soon as I start to say something, she answered the phone and he immediately starts yelling to the top of his lungs, Did you suck my beep? Did I touch your kitty cat? All dramatic and guilty like. She starts laughing. He tells her to merch on her dead fucking daddy that they ain't do nothing together. Why does dumbass thought say, oh my daddy, we didn't? I try to say something again, but this time he hangs up fast as fuck. Side note, this same bitch effed one of my homegirls' man and lied for him when she was confronted about it. Just know I wanted to mace her ass too, laughing my ass off. For me and my homegirls. He then starts to tell me I'm stupid as fuck and FaceTime everybody in his contacts to make fun of me. I wasn't even mad no more. He's a narc and she's a hoe. Together they both were some morons and I was using too much of my energy trying to prove a point. They was playing in my face and I was a punchline of their joke. I decided I wasn't even going to continue letting this ninja take me out of my character. Fast forward to the next day, I decided I'm done. At the end of the day, I'm hurting myself. Me trying to get my leg back for all the bullshit I've been through with this ninja wasn't gonna solve anything, period. He somehow still made people think that I was the problem. So I gave it up and it was time to move on with my life. He wanted me to start acting crazy like him so he could blame me for all his actions. I wasn't even gonna give him the chance. His mom called me to get my stuff from his dorm and bring my stuff from his dorm. I said okay, and that I didn't want to see him. When I pulled up, he was waiting in the lobby with my stuff, lucky me. I gave him his shit and I turned around to go back to my car without a word. He stopped me and asked if we could talk. After he just embarrassed the fuck out of me in my face the day before, I said no. He begged me. I said he had 5 minutes. He gets to telling me bullshit about how he didn't do anything. I asked him, so what's up with the picture of him and Keisha? He looked like he saw a motherfucking ghost. Yes, I caught you in 4K, bitch. What picture? I don't even know her on, I don't even have her on Instagram. I pull out my phone and I show it to him. I know how it looks, but it's not what you think. I didn't even know she posted that. He tells me about him and his homie went to hang out with Keisha and her other hoe friend. His homie has a girlfriend and that the homie was the only one in there cheating. Be fucking for real. Moral of the story, ladies, don't let these men take you out of your character. I'm not typically a confrontational person, but this was probably the craziest shit I've ever done, and honestly the last. Leaving that toxic shit is the best revenge. It is. It most definitely is, because I swear when somebody don't have access to you, that bothers them even more. People would like to play in your motherfucking face. Getting revenge, it really don't hurt nobody but yourself. Because it's like, okay, I got my leg back and I made you mad. But then it's like the person clearly didn't give a fuck. That's why they did you the way they did you. So now it's like, dang, now I'm still hurting. And then you probably got your lick back with somebody that's a fuck nigga too. So now you really still hurting. And it's like, so yeah, just move on. But I like this, sis. Like, you gave us a good lesson in the end. But that's good you did get your one up on him, like, with the shh, because, yeah. But thank you for sharing, sis. If you got any more college stories, most definitely tell us. Okay, y'all, so we back with the next story. So this one's titled, The Time I Dated a Bobble-Headed Narcissist for 7 Months. That title was just funny as hell to me when I seen it. So it says, Hey, Symone, I love your story times, and I've been watching you for about 2 years now. Oh, thank you. I never miss a story time or a Subbie Sunday. I never thought I'd be writing my own story. Since when I first found you, my life was pretty boring. But ever since I broke up with my baby dad in November of 2022, my life has been a roller coaster. Now, after breaking up with my baby dad, I had a mini hoe phase in which I vowed not to get in a relationship with none of these ninjas or take them seriously. That is until I met my recent ex. I call him 9 for this story time because he go by the name of the block we live on. Yes, he lives right across the street from me. Note, 9 is not the real street number. A quick description of 9. He was short, about 5'5", I'm 5'3", so he was a little taller than me. He had an enormous head, but his face was okay. He had a full beard. He was also very clean and also smelled good. He yelled across the street to me one night as I was getting off of work and said, Hey, are you single? And I don't know why, because I normally wouldn't do this. I said, yeah, and he came bobbing across the street with his big ass head. He asked me for my number and handed me a cracked Obama phone and said, My iPhone is broke, so this is temporary. I put my number in, and then he pulled out his sunglasses and said, The glasses too much? I laughed and was like, yeah, it's nighttime. I didn't take the encounter too seriously, but he ended up asking me on a date to the movies, and I said, yeah. If the movie date comes and he canceled, he wasn't getting paid for a couple of days. So after that, I was pretty much ignoring him for about a month and a half. A persistent bum though. He would see me taking my bags into the house and text me things. I could have helped you take those in, etc. I got a big heart, so I eventually started feeling bad for ignoring him and started texting him back. Now, 9 was very funny and charismatic, so I started talking to him more. I wouldn't let him come into my house for the first couple of weeks we were talking, but I'm talking to him every other night in my car because he didn't have one due to the DUI, just one of the red flags I ignored. We would talk for hours at a time, and he was so sweet. He would sing to me. He could really sing. Now, ladies, never talk to a ninja that could sing. They probably sing the pennies off of bitches on a regular, LOL. He was also a hood ninja who was very extroverted, which is the opposite of me. I'm pretty introverted college girl. Also a scammer and a D dealer. Not a D like he slanged penis, but yeah. but he was clearly bad at it since he never had money. In his defense, he didn't scam or D-deal as much because he just got out of prison a couple of months before meeting me. But I like this because it was different than what I was used to. He also had 3 kids with 3 different baby mamas. He didn't believe the last kid was his. He told me that he had been cheated on and abused in the past, so I trauma bonded with him because my baby dad was a narcissist and I've been through my own fair share of shit. I was never physically abused, but very mentally and emotionally. One day after talking to my car till the sun came up, he got me. I ended up telling him to whip that thing out, and we ended up going in my house and doing the do. We ended up effing all that day, and I mean for hours, just effing and sleeping. I'm a Scorpio and he's a Virgo, so we really went at it, LOL. The next afternoon, we ended up going to our movie date, which I partially paid for. He ended up asking me to be his girlfriend not even a week after, and told me he loved me. He loved by me into saying that shit back. Now, at first, the sex was mid, and I was like, okay, cool, I won't get too attached to him. Then he started dropping that thing on me constantly, the best sex I ever had. He would make me come back to back just by touching me a certain way. We'd have spiritual talks, and he would tell me how he studied me before he even came up to me, and how he knew what type of woman I was, and how my aura was amazing, blah, blah, blah. I'm super into spiritual stuff, and he would use that to love by me further, saying that he would see certain spirits in my room while we were together, and how they were my ancestors and a good sign and stuff like that. We would never go on dates for real except to the movies here and there. He would always send me restaurants and fun places to go to in the city, but we would never go to any of them. He was a pathological liar. And he was always making moves to get money but never had nothing to show for it except tree to smoke. That's where my dumbass really shined. I ended up taking him to New York for his birthday and spending about $300. I didn't think anything of it since he would always talk about how he was going to take me to Vegas for my birthday. I didn't really believe it in the back of my head. I would always think to myself, this broke ass nigga's not taking me nowhere. LOL. But I ignored my intuition. It was like, nah, he wouldn't do that to me. He loves me too much. So the week before my birthday came and I started asking him, are you really taking me out for my birthday? It means a lot to me because I take my B-Day very serious. And I noticed he was still very much a broke ass ninja. He would say, yeah, of course. What, you don't trust me? And things like that. He ended up changing the destination to New York, which I didn't have a problem with as long as we did something for my birthday. So the days before my birthday rolled around and I ended up getting my own hair and nails done, which he claimed that he would reimburse me for. The next day we were supposed to go, November 12th, which was 2 days before my birthday rolls around. He disappears that whole day and claims he was working at his sister's house to get money. He doesn't text me or communicate with me all that day, which is very unlike him because we would talk 24/7. So 10 p.m. rolls around, he still isn't responding for real, but I know he know I'm home, so I drink a whole bottle of wine and get dressed to go out alone. I go to the club and meet this fine ass, tall ass man, opposite of Nine's short, bobble-headed ass, and then drive to his house. Nine starts to call me and I answer. I told him that I was out and I ignored his calls after that. Me and the guy ended up kissing in my car and talking for about an hour. He tried to do and pulled his thing out, but I declined because I felt bad and I left and went back home. When I get back, I go knock on Nine's door and I hear him arguing with his mom as I walk up. Apparently his brother stole the money he made. She put it in quotation, which was not unusual for him to say, because his brother is schizophrenic and would apparently steal from him a lot. Brought him home with me and we argued. I told him that he had must have make the money in order to take me out. It was no excuse. We ended up going to sleep and the next morning I told him what happened. He didn't get angry and was happy that I told the truth. I broke up with him for a little while after this because I was so hurt how he didn't do nothing for my birthday. But of course I ended up getting back with him not too long after. This story is long as fuck already, so I'm gonna end it here. Let me know if you want to hear more because there's a lot with him. Like the time he got high off mushrooms and ended up calling me vulnerable and easy and claiming he sold his soul to a demon, or the time when he broke my window and my door because I told him I wasn't gonna deal with him anymore until he paid me back for the damages he caused to my car, which was $40 he owed me for a play he made, and the story of how I finally broke it off with him. Context: I'm 24 and Nine is 27. I have one son who is 5 and he has 2 daughters and 1 alleged son. Thank you for reading my story, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. You are the best storyteller on YouTube. I love you. Thank you, sis. You have me dying laughing with this story. Please, we want to know all of that. Not him saying he sold his soul. Bro, how much did he get for it? That's what I want to know. But yes, we want to know more. Thank you so much for sharing, sis. And thank you for supporting me for this long. 2 years. That's so, like, what? I don't know why. Like, that's just so shocking. Like, thank you. But thank you so much for sending your story. Like, you really got me laughing right now. All right, you guys, y'all, don't beat me up. But this is going to be the last story. I'm going to read one more story and that's it. Because, y'all, it's 11 and I still got to edit. And I still got to get my website together for this drop. But yeah, okay. So let's get into this story. This title, I was scrolling and I'm like, what? This story says, my girl had, did the do with another ninja and tried to get with my dyke friend. Story time. Your girl was doing the most. Where you meet her? All right, let's get into it. Hey, Symone, I love your videos. They always be so funny and you always keep it real with all of us. I love you. Oh, I love you too. So in October of 2022 of my freshman, my cousin Nicholas tagged an account in one of her Instagram posts. Being a nosy ninja, I clicked onto the page and saw this fine ass girl who we gonna call Red for the sake of the story. So I slid up on my cousin's story and I told her to put me on. She sent some pictures of me to Red and Red said I was cute. So I got her number from Nicholas. So we started talking, doing all of this and that you do when you start to get to know somebody. We linked a couple of times, went to the movies and did shit teenagers do, all that. Okay, so months later in 2023 now, she hit me up, nothing weird, and we just having a normal ass conversation, right? But then I noticed the vibe was off. So I asked her, what's up? And then she says to me, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but I'm late. And I was like, late to what, an appointment? Because I genuinely didn't catch what she was saying. So Red proceeds to tell me, no, my period is late. But we haven't did anything sexual like on that level at this time. So you could probably guess I was a little pissed. I ain't gonna get too much into detail, but Red basically continues to tell me that when we wasn't really talking, that she had intercourse with another ninja. Mind you, Red is a year younger than me, meaning that she was in the 8th grade at this time. She got held back. And so I ain't say nothing at this time, but I was thinking we would have been talking for at least 8 months. So you just now late on your period? So I put all the pieces together and I realized that Red been sleeping with her ex ninja over the time we was talking. Me and Red lived in 2 different towns, so we really couldn't see each other that often. Only like 2 times a month. So naturally I was pissed, but I didn't want to go off on her because she just told me that there's a possibility that she could be pregnant. She then tells me that when me and Ben, broke ass nigga for the sake of the story, were having intercourse, he must have taken the golden ticket off and went in. I could have lived without those details. So of course, me trying to be a good guy, I comfort her and send her money for a doctor's appointment to check if she was good. Fast forward to like the end of that week, I found out that she wasn't pregnant after all. While I started to forget about the situation, me and her continue on as usual. Fast forward again to November of my sophomore year. My bad if this is TMI, but me and her finally ended up doing it, right? And after that night, when I snuck back home, I went on Red's page because I wanted to lurk, I don't know. But I went on her spam page instead of her main page. And I guess she forgot I was on the spam because she never followed me back on there. Because I saw her post a video of her and Ben laid up in the bed that night I just effed her. Seeing her laid up in the bed that I just effed her in. And she made a caption talking about how she's so happy with Ben and he's been with her through these past months and that he was so supportive after she learned that she lost the baby. And I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? Come to find out, Red had actually been pregnant, sent me false proof of a negative pregnancy test, and ended up having a miscarriage. I was so fucking dumbfounded, bro. So I commented on her post saying, yo, you got me fucked up. Enjoy that broke ass nigga you was telling me mad shit about. Fuck both of y'all and y'all. No, you didn't. I said, fuck both of y'all and y'all unalived child. That was insensitive as hell for me to say, and I apologize, but I was mad as hell, Symone. So I unfollowed her on the spam and the main, blocked her number, and then tried to move on. But then fast forward again to New Year's Eve. Guess who slid their way into my DM trying to rekindle shit with me after Ben effed her mom and sister and got that shit on video and sent it around her school? What school do y'all go to? Yeah, it was none other than Red. Mind you, Ben, a 19-year-old, effing with a 14-year-old. So Red was talking about, I miss you. I'm sorry our relationship didn't work out before when I was in the 8th grade. I've matured now. Fried the fuck out of me. And so I didn't believe that she would have hurt me again. So I just entertained it while keeping my guard up. So then fast forward to January 3rd. My best friend, 6, and then it's a female, hit me up talking about something. It's important. I think Red trying to mess with twin sister's ex-girlfriend, which is, you know, the dyke. So I was rolling on the fucking ground when I heard this. Made me mad as hell. So I hit the twin sister up and asked her how she knows. And the twin told me that dyke texted her trying to brag and that she had a new John who was white in a nail tech. And so when twin sister told 6 this, 6 knew she was talking about Red because 6 used to follow Red when I often used to fuck with Red. So after twin sister confirmed this, 6 texted dyke. I don't feel like typing everything that happened, but dyke, who goes to my school, which is in Red school, confirmed that Red and dyke were planning on linking up and scissoring 2 days after meeting. This pissed me off so bad. Dyke claims to not have known that Red was trying to fuck with me again, but it really didn't matter to me at all. It really hurt me that Red was really trying to play in my face again. So needless to say, I confronted Red. And tell me why this girl who played with me multiple times blocked me after reading my message. The audacity, bro. This shit pissed me off so bad. Moral of the story, trust your gut and don't trust these hoes. Don't say, oh, okay. He said, don't say this out loud, Symone, but read. Okay. Love you, Symone. We going up 2024. Happy New Year, and I hope all is well. Also, RIP to your sister. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you so much, friend. I was about to say, I can't say her name. But this, I want more stories because I like this. It's so good, like, getting the stories from, like, men. I love when, like, boys, when y'all send stories and stuff like that. Because I be like, we always get girl point of view stories. And it just be funny. But no, this was good. And it was funny as hell. Because it's like, not her playing in your face. And then when you confront her, she block you. Like, be fucking real. But thank you so much for sharing. And thank you so much for watching me and supporting me and writing in. I like that. That just made me happy. Y'all made me happy this Subbie Sunday. But yeah, that's it for Subbie Sunday, y'all. If y'all already haven't done so, make sure to go shop Brishari. I'm pretty sure I still got bags left though, because this drop is different. I feel like the denim drop, that was my first drop to ever go in the same day. And I feel like that's because it was different. Like the bags was different. It was like denim. But these are like the same ones. But anyway, but thank you guys so much for supporting. I love you guys so much. To the moon, take it to the moon, take it to the stars. I'll see y'all my next video.